thanks and good afternoon to all of you. As I heard Professor Raghunathan speak, I realized that the topic of his book is not very different from what my book deals with. The behavior is a common, the common phrase between our the common theme between our books. The only difference is I haven't gone into behavioral economics, but mine is more from the marketing perspective in terms of trying to dig into what causes people to behave in certain ways from the marketing point of view. The book is titled How to Discover Customer Value. So interestingly, I'm coming directly from the institute, from my workplace. So over lunch, I was having a conversation with my colleagues and we were just talking about what are the good eatery joints. And someone said, look, MTR Lal Bagh Road is a fantastic place. And all of us have been there. All of you? Many of you have been there? Yeah? But why? What is it that attracts you to MTR? Lal Bagh Road? Masala dosa? Okay, what else? Rava idli. Yeah, Rava idli, yes. MTR Lal Bagh Road is 100 years old, right? And many of us are still drawn to MTR on Lal Bagh Road. If you go there, it's a quaint place, small place. Nowadays, you have so many eatery joints, so many choices that you have. Yet, we go to the place, we don't mind standing for those 45 minutes, right? Those long wooden benches, etc. Why do we go there? The food is obviously great. That's why we are attracted. But there are so many options we have, right, for food. So there is something about MTR that it creates a sense of nostalgia. You go there, the long benches, it's authors, the pictures adorning the wall, right? And there is so much more about the place than just the food. The ambience. There is something about the ambience that takes you back in time. There's some simplicity, you get immersed in the Kannadika culture, whether true or not, that's the way the mind actually makes you think. So we are attracted to the ambience that MTR has created and has managed to sustain, over a period of time. And you have so many MTR stories all over India. You go to Ahmedabad, you'll have Agishai. I'm not sure if you've been there for authentic Gujarati food. You go to Nagpur, you'll have a Haldirams. Each city has a story, and it's just not about the food, it's about something else. So there is something else that we place value on. Just not about the product or the service, but there is something around the product or the service. The context in which we actually consume a product or service is very, very important. So let me just give you a quick example, a commonplace example of rain. When rain occurs in a city in Rajasthan, a resident in a city is really obviously is excited about it. But the same rain occurs in Cherrapunji, somewhere in Assam or in Kerala, people just don't like it, right? So there is nothing wrong or right about rain. It is the context in which rain occurs that determines value for a resident in a city. So the same product or a service in a different context can be perceived as valuable to a customer. And let me give you another commonplace example of Maggi noodles. I'm not sure how many of you know that, when Maggi noodles was introduced, it was supposed to be a substitute for meal or a lunch item. It didn't succeed. The same product or service, they repositioned it as a snack item. The kids, you remember the ad? The child comes from the school and 2 minutes mein you get your noodles up. So there the context was a snack item. So just by changing the context from a lunch or a meal to a snack item, Nestle was able to discover value. Let me give you another simple example just to draw your attention to the fact that value resides outside of your product or service. Today we are having an event where the shoemaker, the book is being released by Mr. William Foster. Also, I'll take an example from the footwear industry. Okay, there is a company called Tom's Shoes. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of it. So there's a person in 2006, I think, he visited Argentina. And he realized a lot of children who are not wearing shoes. And he was from the US. He thought that I need to do something about this. He went back, it was troubling him. Then he started making footwear. But he had a very interesting campaign called One for One campaign. You buy a shoe for me, I will gift a shoe free of cost to an underprivileged child in a developing country. As of a couple of years back, he has shipped 9.5 million pairs of shoes to underprivileged children across the world. So in 2011, he replicated the model, One for One model it's called, for eyewear. So his tagline was, you buy a eyewear from me, I will restore the eyesight of someone in the underprivileged country. He's impacted 5 lakh people by restoring eyesight. And you know what? He didn't have to spend money on marketing. Scarlett Johansson, Julia Roberts, Alia Knightley, a lot of celebrities who endorse this product for free, right? Obviously, the product is priced higher, but people didn't mind paying for the product. They found value when you buy a product, it's not about I, me, myself. What is the outcome for me as a customer? As a human being, I also want to contribute or seem to be contributing to causes that goes beyond me, right? So when as a supplier, you give them the opportunity to contribute to causes that go beyond themselves, it creates value, perception of value for the customer. I just wanted to draw your attention by giving 2 simple examples of how value can be perceived in the context in which a product is consumed, or in the impact that you're actually going to make for something other than yourself. So my book is about a framework that I've developed based on conversations with entrepreneurs, with marketers. I've also been on my own. And you realize that, most of them have a heuristic in terms of, obviously they understand marketing, but it is not a diffusible kind of a framework that allows you to connect various dots, right? It does not lend itself to building an organization where you can create innovative mindset, a collaborative mindset, okay, that is steeped in creativity. To do that, you need to have most of the heavy lifting when it comes to ideation for a startup and even for a company rests on the top management. So they are the ones who are doing the heavy lifting. So how do you ensure that everyone within your organization can actually create ideas and execute them and at least try out something new? So this framework that I have developed is based on the unit of analysis, which is customer action. See, when you talk about behavior is an aggregation of actions. When you say someone is rude, obviously you're referring to some kind of gesticulation that you have classified as being rude. Maybe the way someone speaks, the way someone actually, the facial, expressions. There could be many actions that you have classified as behavior. But if you want to have insights into customers' thinking, you need to look at customer actions. So the unit of analysis of my framework is customer action. I call it the customer action cycle. And the book ends with a tool called the Value Discovery Canvas tool that allows you to diffuse the idea within an organization, right? So what I call value storming exercises. So the book is all about a framework and it addresses 2 very fundamental questions. That is something that most people are bothered about, whether in leadership or in marketing positions. Where does customer value reside? How to find it? I'll just give you one small anecdotal example and then I'll stop here. If someone wanted to know where do you find gold, and Kolar is famous for gold mines, so he was told, just go to Kolar, you'll find gold there. So the guy took a train, he went to Kolar. He landed in the railway station. He said, I'm here in Kolar. Now, where exactly is gold? So someone told me, look, someone told this guy, go 20 kilometers left, right, and go to some place. He went there. So he's gone to the place now. He's standing there, and he says, I've come here. How do I find it? Right? So 2 questions. Where does customer value reside? And how to find it? So basic questions. So what I have done is I chunked down any customer action agnostic of products, services, domains, and developed a framework that allows you to think in a structured fashion about customer value. So I'll end it out here and over to Rohit.